Hey guys, Zeramus555 here. I was going to be doing a obviously better video for you. This is going to be laggy and whatnot because I'm filming it on YouTube, but I do have to work this morning, so I just want to do a quick little update for you guys before we get into the top cut of YCS Toronto. So far, it's been a pretty crazy event. Jeff Jones just barely got top 32 by the skin of his teeth, which is pretty wild. But it's definitely been a good YCS. Sunra did really well. If anyone is wondering how Sunra did, Holden unfortunately dropped out, but I haven't really heard from him yet how he did. I'm interested to hear his story. Sunra was doing really good though. At the end of day one, he was 5-3, so that's not bad at all. I mean, for your first YCS, it's actually quite impressive. It's better than some of the pros did, so I mean that's pretty awesome. Yeah, no, it's a good YCS. Oddly enough, the decks that have been kind of a surprise hit is Madolches have been doing really well. In the top cut, Simon He is just destroying again with his Chaos Agents. I'm not sure if his build is exactly the same, but I think he's just a really good player. I mean, I was testing out his last build on DN last night, and you can get some really bad hands with that deck. And like the enemy controller and the creature swap, they don't really do a whole lot for the deck. But he just plays it so well that it works for his playstyle, and he ends up just basically trumping the entire meta, which is insane. So, I mean, this might finally be Simon He's time to win, and maybe Agents, as much as everyone, gives them kind of the benefit of the doubt, I think that they might have a real chance of winning this YCS, especially in the hands of a fantastic player. Mermails actually have not been doing as good as everyone thought. I mean, like, Jeff Jones just barely got into top 32 by the skin of his teeth. I'm not really sure who else is playing that deck that's in the top 32. I'm sure there's going to be a couple, but it's quite surprising to see the deck isn't really doing all that great. I mean, I think the deck's good, but honestly, I think that you could probably buy 3 of the structure decks, get a Mulan Glacia, and just play the deck like that, and you'd probably do just as well. If you knew what you were doing. I mean, the OTK version was really good. It's consistent. You got some really good plays with Birdman, of course. And I honestly think that the Mermail deck is underrated. Or overrated, sorry. It's not as good as everyone thought. It's kind of like when Dark Worlds came out and everyone thought Dark Worlds were going to destroy everything. I mean, the YCS is no yet. I mean, they could still win. We'll see what happens. But honestly, it's kind of a hit and miss for the deck. So, other than that, Madolches, like I said, have been doing really well. I had no idea if there's any prophecies that are going to be in the top 32. I don't think that deck was really doing as well as everyone thought. And as much as I love Vexicus 4666, Cordero's a great guy. He went into that event, I think, a little too cocky. He was saying that he was going to win the YCS, and his deck was unbeatable. And he was doing lots of videos and showing lots of pictures of him playing people online on Dueling Network, but that's Dueling Network. I test decks on there all the time, like my Psychics, and I get beat by scrubs. And it's either one, because you misplay because it's Dueling Network, 2, you get distracted because it's Dueling Network, or 3, you end up playing some douchebag who doesn't even know what he's doing, and you just end up getting beat by like nutty hands like Rabbit, Tour Guide, or Pulsar, Dark Arm Dragon, crazy shenanigans, like just ridiculous hands. And I mean, it's Dueling Network, so I really don't think Prophecies. I think Prophecies are great. I think they got a lot of pluses. But it seems they're still not consistent. Like, I remember reading Amanda LaPalme's feature match, and she had a really awful hand where she opened up with 3 of the Prophecy check. I mean, that's a great hand, but she didn't have the other 2 spellbook cards to add, and she had to wait like 2 turns before she got that next spellbook card, and then she could actually play it. I mean, in this meta, you're playing other decks that are faster than you, you're going to get OTK'd in that time. Luckily for her, she was playing a very slow skill drain beat deck, so I mean, she was able to play out of it. But honestly, I think the format's still really diverse. I was kind of going into this worried that all the new decks were kind of just gonna wreck the format, but I think the format's still really good, and I'm really happy to see that, and I'm really happy to say it as well. I mean, I still think the Mermail deck's kind of broken in its game mechanics. I think that no cards should be getting effects for costs. I think that's insane. I mean, it's kind of how like Inzectors kind of broke the game as well. Like, Inzectors turn into spell cards when they are equipped, but they don't count as monster effects when they activate in hand. Like, weird crap like that. And it just breaks game mechanics, and it's little things like that Konami does with archetypes that I think can really change the game and make it unplayable in a sense. I don't think this format is going to be like the last format, the Inzektor format. Luckily, the Mermail deck is not that great. It's just too inconsistent. But like I said, it's overpriced at the moment as well, and we'll see. Who knows? Maybe it might still win. Other than that, very cool event. I really wish I would have attended it. I probably wouldn't have done that great, but it's been really nice to meet some of my fans and just experience the whole YCS. Anyways, guys, I'll try and keep you guys updated at work with hopefully it's not too busy. I don't think Chris will mind, with the top 32 deck lists. Other than that, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and you guys all have a fantastic day, and I'll have a link down below to the YCS coverage if you guys want to read it there. So anyways, peace.